America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have a motion to approve the agenda?
Mayor, you have some add-ons. You have some add-ons.
Oh, okay, some add-ons.
Your first add-on will be, I put in your mailboxes, some quotes from Jim Steinberg, the Highway Department. It's for the DEC violations that we received that have to be answered by October 31st. There's a quote from Luzon Environmental and also from EnviroClean. And he's asking that we grant a quote from Luzon Environmental.
Okay,
Oh my God.
what's the other one?
This is for the underground tank testing,
Right,
okay? Your second add-on, actually number 6, we have to put on hold. The boarding houses public hearing.
Okay.
Reschedule that one.
Okay,
We have to put that one on hold. And your third one will be, the canceling of the first meeting in November and only having one meeting in November, which will be the 19th, the joint meeting with the town.
November 19th,
Mm-hmm.
this is what time, 6 o'clock?
That will be at 6:30. We're just waiting for the town to approve it. Those are your 3 add-ons.
Okay, so I need a, okay,
I put it.
okay.
Seconded.
Seconded, okay. Okay, roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Approval of minutes from October 1st, 2013 Village Board meeting, can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second it?
roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
And Rochelle.
Yes.
6, we're gonna, yeah.
Do we have the meeting for the September 17th to here included?
Those were in the previous meeting. We
So
voted
don't
those
have to-
minutes.
Okay,
Yep.
I just called.
Okay, 7, public hearing, proposed law number 16 of 2013 to establish 2-year moratorium for multifamily residents in the village of Monticello.
And
We're
that
gonna
2-year will change to a 6 month.
Okay, 6 months, okay. So we'll open up at, what, 7:03? That's a little slow. 7:03, public hearing.
Just need a motion to
Can I have a
open.
motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yeah.
And Rochelle?
Yes.
Anyone with public comment with that, with the moratorium?
I think so.
It's a 6 months, it's open, Barbara?
Just in case I decide to go to the other meeting this evening, let me address this public hearing as well as any subsequent public hearing, okay? And it all has to do with the same thing. Whereas I believe the disputes inherent in village procedure is reflective of domestic violence coming from home into community, minus self-accountability in elected or appointed workforce, and said dysfunction a result of the great length of time to reverse and correct the direction all governing and subsequent government has been subject to as a result of spreading language misinterpretation, I am now requesting that you appoint me to temporarily act. The morons who have to laugh have a problem. I am now requesting that you appoint me to temporarily act as parliamentarian for the purpose of entering into executive session in order to mitigate the ongoing hostility. And I have here a letter that I did not send out, that I wrote today, that I believe you are entitled to hear as an open letter to this person, okay? Because I feel it is inappropriate to send this to him at this time. So I will not have my mayor and my board of trustees under the mayor be blamed for everything that may be mitigated by this person, okay? I am protecting myself, I am protecting you, Gordon, and everyone on this board, as well as this board over here too, and especially the church.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you. Anyone else for
Oh, my God.
public comment? Sir?
Yeah, my name is David Gilman, and I'd like to know the reason for the moratorium. What's the reason?
Well, what we're doing as of now, what's happening is, foreclosures in the village are pretty low. And what we're having is people are buying the foreclosures in the village and they're turning them into 2, 3 multi-residents that are illegal. And they're kind of diminishing the value of the property owners in the village, where you no longer, you no longer have the single family units in the village. It's people are buying them, you have absentee landlords, so it's really diminishing the value of your one ownership in the village. We're trying to preserve our structure as far as the neighborhoods in the village, because it's just too much out there. There's too much rentals, and the neighborhoods are going. You got lots that are, your average lot is probably 150 by 50. You put 3 families in there, you have 6 garbage cans, cars parked, people parking on the lawn. It just deteriorates your whole neighborhood. It's not designed that way, so we're trying to just keep it a little tighter in the village, because foreclosures are rampant here. And it's just, we're our code enforcer, we're writing citations and violations all day in this village, because it's just so much. So we're just really trying to protect the single-family homeowners
Now, is
and the
that
value
true?
of the property.
Is that the same reason for boarding houses?
Again, that's the same thing. You have a beautiful house, you get a boarding house, you get 10 people in a boarding house. I mean, you're on Nell Shore Drive, for an example. Imagine a boarding house on Nell Shore Drive, as small as those houses are, to get a boarding house there. Where would you park? Where are the
The question is, if the boarding house is in a zoned area, if the zoned area
Yes.
is for a boarding house, well, how could you say a boarding house is a legitimate
if it's
business?
zoned, you can't change it.
So
It has to be zoned.
Yeah,
Right.
so the point I'm making is, a boarding house is a legitimate business. It's like saying you can't open a clothing store in Monticello.
Right.
Well, how could you legally tell an owner you can't have a boarding house?
If it's not zoned, you can't do it.
No,
If it's zoned, you can.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you're not outlawing boarding houses, just if they're not zoned.
The zoning, if the zoning's there, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
We can't say you can't do, almost like residential, if it says
Oh, okay.
2 or 3.
You're not outlawing boarding houses?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
It's like, some of the areas are residential areas.
Yeah, sure.
And the people is buying the houses and they buy it in 3 apartments and it's always been one house on.
Right.
Now, does this apply to, the grandfather is already there? That's
It
not
doesn't apply to
changing.
any existing.
So now the
multifamily
moratorium
houses.
this is only for 6 months, no? So
Correct.
because my understanding before we get a permanent, we have to rezone, no, the whole village first.
You have to,
Rezoning
the village
yeah.
board can make a determination as to how they wanna rezone the village, or if they wanna make any other permanent changes. This is only a temporary stay, or it's a temporary moratorium on issuing new permits for multifamily homes. But during that 6-month period, the village is expected to come up with a permanent solution. And if that doesn't happen within 6 months, they can extend it for another 4-month period after that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, we'll close it at 7:05, the public hearing. Can I have a motion to close?
Make a motion.
Second? Okay, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay,
And a motion to
Do we
adopt,
have-
please.
can I have a motion?
Make a motion to adopt.
Okay, second?
I second it.
Okay, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
And Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay. Public hearing, proposal of local law 17, 2013, amendment of chapter 8290 of the village code entitled fee schedule. Can I have a motion to open up?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second it.
roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
We'll open up at 7:08. Public comment, anyone, for the fee schedule? Board?
We
Anyone?
are
Okay.
raising only, not too much anyway, it's very little different, you know? It's whatever, is in the village code already,
Yeah.
so whatever is raising now is not much different. but we has to do it, and it's because correcting is wrong, because on the weekend, no? Sometimes you has to go, or people has to go and see for variance and, or with the people who come in the weekends. That's what's gonna be, instead of be 250, 400?
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
So we are not raising the, also the towing, it stay in $75, that's what it stay, okay. I wanna make clear because that's.
Anything else, Ward? No? Okay, we'll close at 7:10. Have a motion to close?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Yeah, I did. Roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Okay.
Motion to
We
adopt?
should-
A motion to adopt?
I make a motion.
All right, second. Okay, roll call, Carmen?
Yes.
Larissa?
Yes.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes.
And Rochelle?
Yes.
Manager May report. I know there's been an issue with the building over the old courthouse. There's a lot of litigation going on with that courthouse. I'm not gonna make any comments on that and during public comment. I think, with the DEC involved and others involved, we'll see I'm just gonna refrain from saying anything about that building because it's litigation going on, so I won't comment on that. I would like to say that, I think it was Thursday, the village, received a check from ETP. It was $215,000. There was some negotiation that the village did with the Racino, and this has been pending for probably a year. But we settled, we got $215,000. There's a lot of other things that's happening with the Concord and the ETP and with the village board. I'd like to applaud the village board for doing a good job with the negotiations on that. And we did sign a check with the Concord Associates and the ETP, and there was no press there. And I think that's a shame to not have press at such a event that's so positive for this village. And there was not one person there to make a comment about anything as far as that project. And we've been talking about it for about a year and a half, and it's bringing in good revenue to the village, so.
The press was notified from
I didn't
any
know.
other sides?
I didn't hear
No?
the announcement. I didn't hear anything about it.
Okay, that's my comment. All right, approval of bills in amount of $36,966.68. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call, Carmen,
And abstain.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to KBS in the amount of $6,865.46 from appropriation 1680-401 for staff training. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call, Carmen.
I have
All right, with a question?
Yeah. I look at the balance, this is already been paid, no? Because the balance there is only $812 in that appropriation. So that's after already been paid. Because it was.
That's probably correct. I was just given it to put on the agenda, because it had not gone to the board for approval.
Oh, so the 812 is after been paid already, I imagine, no?
It
Because
may, yeah,
there
I'm
will be no
assuming it
balance
probably was
there.
already, yeah.
Okay.
Most likely, that's balance left, yes.
Okay,
Okay, roll call, Carmen.
and abstain. because I
Larissa?
don't come
Yes.
before the-
Reverend Matthews
Yes.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to, what's that, Internet? No, that's,
Medical.
oh, Internet Medical PC SBL 110-2-2 for the overpayment of property taxes in the amount of $1,387.28. Appropriation A 632. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
I'll
Okay.
second it.
Okay.
For a comment.
Mhm,
Now,
sure.
what happened here when they did something?
Oh.
So a person
Oh.
paid their taxes and they overpaid.
What did this happen?
Overpayment.
They overpaid their tax. So they
And by
get the
law, we
money
have to
back.
refund them, any overpayments have to be refunded to the property owner.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Okay, roll call Carmen, Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yeah.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to Allen Tunnel, amount of $2,700 for the village tax program and software appropriation 1330-200. Current balance is $3,000. Can I have a motion?
I make the motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yeah.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to Computer Doctor an amount of $7,480 for PD annual maintenance contract, appropriation 3120.408. Current balance is $8,000. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Resolution authorizes supplemental EPT contract, Concord resolution to confirm that all issues were addressed from the last resolution, and the official signing of water contract by Mayor Jenkins. Can I have a motion?
Make a
I
motion.
make a
Okay,
I
second. Okay,
I
with a
have a
comment.
question. We just received a note that we have to do some changes, so this is,
The
The same?
revisions were, there were two issues with the contract as it
Okay,
was.
yeah.
One was Exhibit B, which was the infrastructure that
Yeah.
was supposed to be in place. Now it's been agreed to. They adopted the proposed, design that was provided by our
so
engineers.
this is separate,
This
this
is to
resolution
approve,
is, the other one is just with some changes, so.
no, this
the
one is
one
to
we
approve the
got.
changes. The revised version
Okay.
of the contract, this gives permission to the mayor to sign the
Oh,
contract.
okay.
That's all.
Okay, I have some add-ons.
I need a roll
No.
call.
Oh, okay, roll call Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews, and Rochelle.
Yes.
Okay, the add-on is Lausanne, environmental is 1978, that's the lowest the lowest bid. Can I have a motion?
That's
That's for
what
the-
$1,978.
Yeah, $1,978,
What-
that's for the
Tank removal.
tank removal.
Right.
That's the add-ons that Janine gave us from the weekend.
I make a motion.
So Luzon is, okay.
Lausanne was, yeah, second,
I second it.
okay, roll call Carmen,
Carmen, roll call.
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews, and Rochelle. What was the other? Did you have
The
another?
rescheduling of the public hearing for the boarding houses to the 11/19 meeting,
Okay,
just need a motion to
okay, I have a
reschedule.
motion,
I make a motion.
second,
I second.
roll call Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews, and Rochelle.
And the last one is to cancel the meeting, the first meeting in November.
Okay, can I have a motion?
One meeting, the
Second.
15th.
Second.
Okay, roll call Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Okay,
I know what
public,
it's for, but-
okay, public comment, 5 minutes. Ma'am?
Ma'am, I just have a question. What was the purpose of the traffic light at the four-way intersection on Liberty and, North Street? That it's now a blinking light? Can
It's
anyone?
broken, we waited for the light, my understanding. That, we waited for the light, it's broken, and
Oh,
it
okay.
take a while to come and install it.
Oh, okay,
You know.
because the traffic is kind of like
Yeah.
crazy in there, and it was, all right,
Well,
thank you.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I see people don't know whether
Yeah.
a red light means stop. And this fly through there, if I'd have just moved just a little bit more, it'd knock me down. I mean, they come through the boom, so they need to hurry up and get that fixed, because something gonna happen there, right there, that corner.
Well, there's stop signs there, so you just have to yield to laws of
Huh?
traffic. There's stop
Ain't no
signs.
stop sign there.
It's an intersection.
Ain't no stop, nothing but a light. Marvin?
Okay, because I am
You
gonna
don't
be
know what a
going
yellow
down to the
light is,
town,
those
all
red
right,
lights,
thank
they
you.
need to
There's
go
no
back.
sense behind me,
One
all
be
right,
yellow.
there's no sense. To Gordon and Rochelle, I speak to the both of you. Keep in mind, that there are those who understand the need for you both to act in the eyes of youth, both actually and financially. Blame and prejudice is not taught anyone, but those who have failed in their own fulfillment and accountability.
Thank you. Ma'am?
Hi, hi. I am a 45-year resident of Sullivan County. I am not a resident of the village. And as such, I have spent a while now not looking, not hearing, and not saying anything about anything that's been going on because I didn't feel that I was involved. But two things have recently happened that really make me feel like I need to stand up and say something, okay? One of them is I was in a doctor's office in Newburgh last week, and two people were talking to each other across the room, kind of, and they were saying, you think Newburgh is bad? You should go to Monticello. Those people don't even know how to govern themselves. And I felt very embarrassed, okay? The second thing is that I believe that I'm an advocate for the environment and a steward, if you will, for this beautiful earth that's been given to us by a higher power. And as an RN and a respiratory therapist especially, I know the power of asbestos to ruin people's lungs, okay? Asbestos is a very dangerous product that people have spent years suing. There are lawyers out there that are only too anxious to take on asbestos cases. But the worst part is that there are people that have been suffering for years with lung conditions from asbestos. So with that in mind, I want to say that I feel like I need to speak for the people that don't know what asbestos is about and that aren't aware that you have a group here that needs to make decisions together. In honor of the people that you represent, you must make decisions like this. Now, I totally understand how difficult it is to have patience while certain things come to fruition, like a building for your children in the town. I understand the need to want to make it happen, but we just can't go off on our own and make these kinds of decisions. We have rules and regulations that govern us, that are put there for reasons. And I mean, we all look out there and see what's happening on our national government. We want to have more control over our local government. They are the people that we directly elect to represent us and do the right thing for us. It's very embarrassing to see, I'm sorry, I have no problem with anybody, but you have to learn how to work together to make this community what it needs to be. Right now, you've created a situation not only of health problems, but of monetary problems. You have created a situation where your village now has to expend an enormous amount of money for a wrong decision, okay? So I'm begging you, okay? I don't know how else to say it. You need to get your acts together and work as a cohesive group, not individually. You don't have the right to do that. Everybody has elected you as a group to work together to help them. Please don't disappoint your community and don't leave them out there like that. They're suffering right now. Thank you.
Next. Anyone else with public comment?
Hi, my name is Diana Corbello. One of the things I always ask when I come to this meeting is that would you have extra cops, or there's only a detective on now, would you have at least 2 more? Because I do have children, and I don't have perfect children, and there's a lot of crimes in Monticello. And yes, for the community and the youth of our children, I wish this problem gets solved with the building. We can destroy one thing to make another to destroy one thing. I hope if they don't hire cops or any extra detective, then I hope to God that the youth center will go through. And as far as the co-inspector go, I wish he will get that little tape thing that will help him, that everybody's been asking for, the little meter or something. Remember that you asked to put in the meeting to get
Oh, that was a software program.
Yeah, I hope you get that because you all learning yourself is a lot of work for you. So I hope that will be granted to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me
Thank you.
speak.
Next, anyone else for public comment? All right. Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Mayor, we forgot one issue,
Oh, what's that?
which was the annexation for Apollo. Where you guys received the findings, resolutions,
Yeah.
and, if you guys accept the changes, you can vote to move that forward so I can file with the state.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
Rochelle.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion.
Second, roll call, Carmen,
Yes.
Larissa,
Yes.
Reverend Matthews,
Yes.
and Rochelle.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for attending the meeting.